Mic test. Mic test. What's good? What's good? What's good? Where y'all tuning in from? We're gonna be for those who want to put stuff for me to react to, please put it in my Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, here's how you can do so. So hopefully some mods will join as well. So make sure you guys can get it. But I'll just be reacting to. So honestly, I was kind of expecting some protests to happen. The good thing is, I mean, bad news for content. Okay, that sounds so fucked up. Is that nothing has really happened. But the better news is that, yeah, innocent people's livelihoods aren't being fucked with because of who won. I feel like we just become like so accustomed to these sorts of like protests and riots happening, like after any sort of like major decision, especially over like the last 5 years. So I was just expecting something crazy to happen, but it's good. Good. It's really good that it's not, honestly. So if you guys want to put for things for me to react to, I'm gonna be looking at TikToks, different content that people have submitted, and yeah, just like reacting to it. So don't just send like dumb stuff. I want to hear like people's articulate takes as well as the crazy and dumb stuff. But yeah, man, people are so polarized, it's insane. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like we've all been used to it. Like, is it just me who's been surprised that there haven't been any like major riots after it? I mean, I do know why. I have like my suspicions of why it hasn't been like that. One of them is, you know, no one really picked Kamala, right? It was kind of more so like she was just nominated on her own. So I don't think people are like that emotionally invested in her. Second is it was a landslide victory. So it wasn't like anything like close. So I think a lot of people were just like, all right, whatever. Right. And I think the third thing is, yeah, I forgot what the third thing was. Whatever. Will you post your reactions? No, it'll just be on stream. It'll just be on stream today. Our works are just gonna be listening. Thanks for keeping me entertained while I'm bored as fuck here. Yeah, who's still at work? Who's still at work? I guess it's pretty much 4 p.m. Central Time. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think there's gonna be like a lot of protests? I don't presume it to be. I don't know if it's just me. I mean, do you guys think there? But yeah, if you guys want to send stuff to react to, let me know in here. Oh, one sec. You can throw it in the Discord here. All right, cool. We can start from the beginning. No, not Twitter. Plug my Discord. If you guys want to post stuff in here, plug it on Discord. What you do? What you do this as your full time job? Yeah, this is my full time job. Where are you guys all tuning in from, by the way? We'll kind of just wait for people to get in. Twist things you want me to. America loves to protest. Not as much as the French. Not as much as the French. It's almost 9 p.m. here in France, Ohio. Yeah, where are you guys all tuning in from? Algeria? Oh, shit. I forgot to turn my latency low. So I think the chat's coming in super fucking slow. Fort Bliss, Kansas. Hi from Utah. I feel like you guys are seeing my shit like 10 seconds like later. The French have crazy protests. 10:50 p.m. in Germany right now. All right, whatever. We make do. We make do. React to the Oxford study? Bro, why are you guys obsessed with the Oxford study? Just go talk to girls, bro. Stop letting your race hinder you. Germany, California, UK, Canada, UK. Hi again. What's good? What's good? Also, would love to see it. Who are some first time stream visitors? What type 1 if this is the first time joining the live stream. Type 2 if you've been in here before. But I'll just be reacting to whatever memes you guys send in here. Hopefully our memes are good. Yeah, historically this Discord has had some absolutely horrible memes, so I guess we'll see. Yeah, like this is horrible. I don't even know what this is. Okay, let's take a look.
Hey, can I be so honest right now? Yeah, what's up? I don't actually like my candidate. Dude, I freaking hate my candidate. Oh my god, you too. Dude, I'm only voting for my candidate because I hate your candidate more. Bruh, same. My candidate is literally a convicted felon. Bruh, my candidate is a corrupt prosecutor. Like, why are we doing this to each other? Right? Like, we're all in the club and we're all confused. My candidate has like a weird obsession with like building a wall. Like, he just wants to build a wall.
Were you guys like gung-ho about
OMG, I think my candidate is acoustic too.
Like, she keeps like doing this was kind of the case for like a lot of moderates and people like independent. I feel like, I mean, no, like don't get me wrong, a lot more people were a lot more passionate about Trump. But do you guys think like it would have been like a landslide victory if it wasn't Kamala? Like, do you guys think if it was like they held primaries and they had like a legitimate candidate, do you think it would have been like still of a landslide?
Really racist impressions of races that she's not, and she's insisting that she is, like a part of that community. That's weird, right? Yeah, I love acoustic people, but maybe we should stop electing them to lead the country. Like, what is that? Or at least I hope that the nuclear button isn't a big red button, because they love pushing those. They love pushing those.
I was okay. Let's see here. I want to see some like good reactions. I want like people with good takes, but also some funny ones too. Okay, post-election TikTok reaction.
If you've lost faith in humanity, clap your hands. If you've lost faith in humanity, this is your villain origin story. If you've lost faith in humanity, clap your hands.
The fact is, like, are there actual people like this? Like, who's actually like turning on their camera, like positioning themselves in like their bedroom and like reacting or like yelling inside of your pillow? Like, do you think like people are just like doing this for content, knowing that this shit will go viral? Or do you honestly think like people in good faith are just like, yeah, I'm gonna set up my phone so I can scream inside of a pillow. Have you thought about streaming games? I have. Should I stream like Black Ops 6 or something? I'm a horrible gamer, but you guys can also laugh at me. Patrick Mahomes got some. Okay, no, come on. I want some election stuff. I'm once again asking you to understand that election are won by focusing on the needs of the majority, working class. Okay, I mean, I guess that's true. Yeah, have you guys heard of any like protests? The only one that I've seen so far has been on Chicago, and it's something like very like small scale, like around like 60 to 100 people. Okay, I guess a lot more than that. This is only in Chicago, and I think it's in front of like the Trump Tower, as you can see. I'm just genuinely surprised that there hasn't been something crazy. People were saying like, could this be liberals January 6th? No. No matter what side you're on, that shit was crazy. Okay, this is insane. This is insane. Okay, cool. All right, someone just Leonard here just actually sent me a lot of good stuff. Let's see this.
What is wrong with you? I can't do this anymore. I'm literally sick. I'm literally sick to my stomach. What has happened to America? What has happened to democracy?
Mods,
what has happened to freedom?
Send people the goddamn link so people can join. What are you doing?
I'm done. This is a message to anyone who follows me. If you voted for Trump, unfollow me and block me. If you didn't vote, unfollow me and block me. The fact that it's this close means I've lost all hope in the American people. Like, it should not be this close. Why would anyone vote for this person? He's so evil.
Do you guys think like there would have been reactions like this if, I guess, Kamala won? Guys, honestly, you guys might not like this, but honestly, I think if Kamala ended up winning, there would have been more protests, like actual physical protests. I think like right now, yeah, I bet it's for content. Yeah, like people are just taking on to like TikTok, which is good. They have that right, and also they're not vandalizing shit. But I honestly think it would have been a lot worse, especially if like Trump lost in like a very, very close election. Not from the right. Okay, come on, guys. You guys don't think so? You guys don't think the right would have like rioted? So you guys think it would have been like this? And also, sorry guys, I'm like getting like chat like really late. I forgot to change my latency. Can you do that post? It wouldn't be this bad coming from the right. Okay, you guys are all just biased. I think you guys are biased. Yeah, January 6th, exactly. Chat is coping. Yeah, I completely agree. I think it would have been a lot worse in terms of like violence and actual riots and protests. It would have been chill. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Okay, let's. Oh yeah, guys, do you guys know this Dean Withers guy? We're actually in talks right now. Also, do you guys know Destiny? We will be doing a interview on Monday. So type of W for that if you guys know who Destiny is and excited for it. I think he's gonna stream it. It's actually for like an interview that I'm making right now on what is it? How young men are becoming more conservative and how young women are becoming more liberal. But yeah, I want to interview him for that. I think he's like the perfect voice to talk about it. But I can stream it too if you guys like, if you guys prefer that, so you guys can see like the actual thing. Dean is an idiot. But yeah, I will be talking to also this Dean guy too. We're trying to schedule and lock down like the time. But I think I'm really excited to talk to like Destiny. Look, I disagree with a lot of his takes, but I do really respect that out of many people in the left, he's actually out there pushing boundaries. He's actually talking to people that disagree with him. So yeah, if you guys want. Unfortunately, since revealing your vote again, this channel has become right-leaning. Oh well, hopefully it sways back to the middle school. I mean, how have I changed though? How have I changed? I think you're right. I think probably like I even said in the video, right, where I revealed it, they were like, look, 66% of you guys are probably gonna be like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna like Gen more. But have I changed as a person? Do you guys feel like I become more right-leaning? I mean, let me know, right? Like I'm open to always fair criticism, but I think it's more so like the fact that I revealed my vote. People see me as like for the right, but again, I will call out the right. I just said it right now. You haven't just the community. W exploited Asian. He hasn't changed. He just voted for Trump. That's all. Like, come on. Yeah, like I don't think Gen is right leaning. I think a lot of its audience, though. I say this as one self-proclaimed leftist Gen subscriber. Hell yeah. You change because you have more information, are more in tune with reality. No, okay. I mean, if I'm more in tune with reality, right, I'm going to say things that the right hates, right? And again, like, if you are going to be one of those people who don't want to listen to me because I'm only going to talk about right talking points, then I'm not the creator for you. Look, there's thousands of those. There's thousands of those that's going to confirm your biases, that want to just shit on liberals, that want to talk about the set of opinions that you're supposed to have. I'm not that creator. I'm in the business of searching truth as much as possible. So like, look, if I'm not, if you don't want that, then I'm not for you. Your audience changed when you reveal that. You think so? You think like a lot of people who are on the left left me? The right got plenty of center leftists lately. Yeah, I think so. I mean, guys, we saw in the election, right? You saw in the election, right? Don't be attacking black men, Asian, Latino men over being right-leaning. Not everyone is fully left or full right. Let the Asian man be right leaning. You'll be okay. The Asian man. I say more viewers, not creators on YouTube tend to be right-leaning when it comes to being journalistic content. I've seen this on the center-leaning channel too. Yes, that is very true. Guys, like for example, I think I showed you guys this example and it really confirmed that to me, what Nano just said. Like, have you guys seen Johnny Harris's channel? So like, I think everybody knows, like he's like definitely more like left-leaning. And he recently made a video, right, where he talked about the story of Trump as well as Kamala. On the Trump one, right, if you look at the people's comments, it's not like shitting on him. It's more like commenting on the video content itself, quoting Dick Cheney is brutal, guy is a war criminal. But then if you look at the one in Kamala, granted, I did not watch the full video of each of these videos, but you can see it, right? There are obviously some that are defending him. Of course, Johnny's a liberal, but of course he would support Kamala over Trump. If you've been following this channel for a long time, the real question is, was anything he said in this video or the Trump one false, right? I think people are like bashing him. The tone difference in this one is crazy. And maybe he was. Maybe he was, right? Propaganda didn't work, Johnny. Like, people are absolutely shitting on him. So I think you're right. I think people who are turning to YouTube to get their journalistic content, like probably like that audience, they are going to be a lot more right-leaning. I've seen it in my comments section itself, right? Or guys, maybe I'm just a right-wing grifter now. Or maybe this whole centrist, unbiased shit is purely just for show. And yeah, I just turned the tide, and yeah, I'm just trying to suck the right-leaning audience dry. Pause. Okay. Do you feel forced to be more left-leaning now since you voted for the right? Chopstick people have choice. No, I feel like I've stayed consistent. Even if I, even if I decided to vote for Kamala, I would have told you guys. The only thing that has shifted for me is that, yes, I will talk more about my personal opinions now. Or else what the fuck am I going to do on stream? What, for me to just, but the left says this. And no, that'll be super boring. And also, you're going to relate with me more when I can say my opinions, but then also be like, well, you know what, guys? I've changed my mind. And what? Guess what? You can do the same. Amazing. You can also change your mind if you like. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, right, the strategically, and I'm going to keep it a buck, the reason why I also decided to tell my audience is I also knew that the people who wanted to vote for Kamala or who maybe lean a lot more left, the ones that are my real audience are going to watch. They're not going to just cut me out, or they're not going to just stop respecting me just because I voted for the other side. That's always the audience that I wanted. I didn't want an audience full of people that want me to say whatever confirms their biases. I knew that the right audience members would have stayed, and that's all I care about. That's all I care about. Ever since you really lost this neutrality, let me say this as a Swiss. Well, are we gonna take neutrality lessons from a Swiss? You guys sold weapons to both sides, so well, I guess maybe you're doing it right then. YouTube skews right-leaning. What about the Joe Rogan Trump interview that was basically shadow banned? YouTube as a platform, I don't think skews right-leaning, but the fact that YouTube is 70% male and a lot more young men are becoming more conservative, it has tended to be that way, and it's slowly shifting that way. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, you guys want me to keep reacting to this shit? I don't know why people feel the need to say you can change your opinion. Because I think people, especially in the political sphere, there's a reason why things are biased. Like Fox News, CNN didn't start off being like, oh, I'm only going to cater to the right, to the left. Okay, maybe they may have, but even like CNN, for example, 10 years ago was completely different. A lot more people also trusted in mainstream media. Like, of course, there was less choice for independent media, but the only reason independent media also became more popular is because the mainstream media wasn't doing their job. Like, the reason why there is so much polarization in media is because they have to cater to their audience. It makes sense. Day one begging for Gen to record an audiobook. How do I join a pyramid scheme? I heard you're next for shut up, Sammer. Also, I don't want to laugh because you guys all say that I laugh like Kamala. But anyways, let's keep watching this. But yes, we are in talks to speak with Dean because I also want to hear his perspective. Because again, right, young men are turning more right. Young women are turning more liberal. And what's super interesting about it is that young people in general for generations always used to tend liberal, but that's changing a lot. So I want to ask people like him about it. But let's hear what he had to say post-election.
Donald Trump has won the election. He will be the 47th president of our country. Don't deny his presidency once he's inaugurated, and don't deny the outcomes of the election once they're finalized. America has failed its women and daughters. Because Kamala Harris...
Okay, I will say, though, and I'm going to talk about this in the video, I feel like the left needs to get more, like... This is no shade on him, but, like, more traditionally masculine-looking dudes, or else they're going to keep losing, I think, men to, like, the right. Like, the right does have more people that, like, kind of preach the masculinity. Like, Joe Rogan. Like, he's actually a liberal. He is, right? He's classical liberal, but, you know, I think more, like, he's become more right because of kind of, like, the political spectrum has swung so much. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Kamala Harris will not be our next president. 60 SA victims per day will continue to be denied access to abortion.
Can you guys hear it, by the way?
America has failed its economy tonight. Because Kamala Harris will not be our next president, we will have tax policy that will unfairly benefit rich people while serving as a detriment to members of the low and the middle class because of Trump's tariffs. We must move forward, and we don't know what that looks like yet, but I'll keep you posted.
I mean, that's not a bad reaction. Okay, I think he has another one. Hold on.
Donald Trump will be the president of America in 74 days. I want this video to serve as a message to the 72 million American citizens that voted for him because you deserve to know the harm that you've caused. Okay. Kamala Harris will not be the next president.
That first video was fair. That first video was an actual fair reaction.
And this means that Roe v. Wade will not be restored.
So where's he
because
looking
there's
at,
no
bro?
federal protections for abortion, there's 22,000 SA victims that are denied access to abortion in states with total bans every year. That is 60 women per day.
Okay. I'm gonna keep okay. I want to talk about this whole like abortion stuff. Oh, you're a man. You should not. No, come on. That's so stupid. There's so many things that we have opinions about that don't directly affect us. I hate that argument when people say, you're a woman. You're not a woman, so you can't talk. No, that's so stupid. Then you won't be able to talk about anything that doesn't directly impact you. And let's be honest too, right? Even if we're gonna apply that logic too, you can then say the same thing about abortion for most women. How many abortions do you guys think that there were in 2023? 1 million. There's only 1 million. I mean, not only 1 million, right? Compared to relatively to other countries, there probably is a lot more. But let's just assume then that only affects 1 million people because I think it's probably hard to get 2 abortions in a year. I mean, who knows, right? Look, let me get this straight. I'm pro-choice. I think just how I thought it was wrong for people to be forcefully mandated, essentially, right, to take the jab. I don't think the government should have a say over people's bodies. I don't. If I'm gonna apply that logic where I thought it was absolutely wrong for government to essentially strip you of your rights, right, to go to restaurants, different things like that, unless you had this, especially something that was very kind of rushed, right? And now that we look at it, it wasn't that severe of a disease if you're a healthy person, right? If I'm going to apply that, then for me, I think it's a no-brainer that it's pro-choice. And there's also a lot of extenuating circumstances, right? What if you were raped, right? All these different things. But anyways, I think it's weird how it's become like this kind of thing that it's stripping away women's rights. Because there's at least, 150 million women in America. And again, like there's 1 million abortions a year what population of women does abortions impact more, like, disproportionately? It's black women. Abortion is one of the biggest killers of black people. It's true. So it's weird to me how this narrative become like it's taking away women's rights when it's like it's a very rare circumstance for most women, and especially the ones that are the most vocal about it usually aren't the ones that are also going to get abortions. In many aspects, it's kind of a luxury belief. It's kind of a luxury belief because it impacts usually poor black women. So you're right. I think, and another thing too is that a narrative has been is that if it's Trump, right, he's going to create like a whole national ban against abortion. He's outright said that he's not going to do that. And that right now it's based on states' rights. I mean, how much power does even a president even have to be able to do that? Yes, like appointing judges can impact it, but it's not like the president can just literally be like, all right, we're going to ban everything now. So I guess, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that I'm pro-choice, but I think it is weird how it's become like this kind of thing for like women's rights. It's like, you know, it makes it seem like right now as like Trump has been elected, women can't have the exact same rights that men do now. I don't know. I feel like it's been over exaggerated. And it's coming from someone who I feel like I'm pro-choice. So I don't know. Does that make sense? Again, just yapping to make us forget he lost like Kamala. Okay, come on, chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Does that make sense? I know my chat's kind of like delayed, but do you guys disagree? I know I'm honestly probably most of you guys are probably pro-life, right? But again, what was your guys' opinion when it came to the jab? And yes, you can make the distinction that, look, in a case of like a pregnancy, you're not just dealing with your body; it's like another life. But would that life even be alive if it wasn't in your stomach? You know what I'm saying? You always dance around your opinions and do a both sides thing while leaning right. What? Did you not listen to a goddamn word that I said? I'm literally pro-choice. What? That's like one of the most like fundamental things that people on the right disagree with. Your choice is keep your legs closed and keep your sausage in your pants. I mean, you're not wrong. In a weird way, a lot of these like freakouts that women are having, like they're it's something I guess they should do in general. I don't know, right? So then you don't even have to worry about abortion. But okay, anyways. I'm with you, pro-choice all the way. It pisses me off when the same people who want to force a jab on people are the same people who want freedom regarding abortions. That's exactly what I'm saying. You got to also call out the inconsistencies, right? So I'm just trying to apply this exact same logic. If you're pro-choice, what is your opinion on states banning abortions? I mean, look, again, right? If I had to choose, I think that it should be legal in any state. But I also understand why it became something that the states decide, because frankly, states have different values. The United States is a huge country compared to, let's say, Poland or Germany, right? And with that comes so many distinct cultures, right? The East Coast culture is a lot different than what people hold value in the West Coast. The coastal cities, right? Austin, I live in Austin. It's a blue dot in the Red Sea. So people have different priorities. So I'm actually for it in the sense that it's for states' rights, because just like how Texas, we don't pay state income tax. That's a value that we have, is lower taxes, right? New York, you're going to have income tax. You have different values. You have more of a Democrat population. So I don't know. I personally think that it should be up to the states. But no, I would, if I had to choose, I would make it legal federally. But that's for me. Again, if you're going to talk to Dean Withers, would you talk to Nick J. Fuentes? It's only fair. Yes, guys, I will talk to anyone. I will talk to anyone. This whole thing of like, no, we shouldn't platform certain voices. That's the stupidest thing. I'm someone who actually gives a shit about free speech. If you care about free speech, you have to talk to people that you disagree with. Like, Nick Fuentes probably views me as someone that's inferior and that shouldn't exist. Okay, great. Talk to me about it. Why do you believe that? What made you arrive to that conclusion? And hey, viewers, here's someone who thinks this way, who has some extreme beliefs. What do you think about it? Do you think he has merit in what he's talking about? Let the audience decide. Let the audience decide. The only reason people like Nick Fuentes have become so popular is because he's been kept underground. But the fact is, there are people who think this way. And I vehemently disagree with it. But that doesn't mean that I'll never talk to him and also respect him as a human being. I'll talk to anyone. I literally, guys, just now, right before I started sparking up this stream, guess who I was just talking to? I just interviewed this dude. You guys have probably seen him. I was just talking to this guy. Super cool guy. You guys have probably seen him in the World Guinness of World Records, the Ripley stuff. I talked to this guy. You're freaking delusional? Why? I'm delusional? Because I want to talk to people that I disagree with? Text in here, I had more culture shock in San Francisco than I did in Paris or Berlin. There's hundreds or thousands of American cultures. Yeah, exactly. It's a huge country. To think that the entire country is going to think the same way is fucking delusional. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see my screen. This guy. Do you think gay marriage or interracial marriage is okay to be left to the state? No, I don't think so. I mean, also, one, I'm in an interracial marriage, so of course I'm going to be biased in it. And then also, I don't understand how anyone can be against gay marriage. Like, who gives a fuck? Right? Like, two consenting adults wanting to get married? Who cares? But yeah, I was just talking to this guy, right? I'll talk to anyone. And I assume the 360 people or so that's in here, that's why you guys subscribe to me. You guys don't, I hope you're not subscribed to me to confirm and dick suck every belief that you have. That's not the mission of this channel. My mission of this channel is to change how society approaches issues. If we're going to do that, we have to talk to people that myself might disagree with. There's a lot of value in conversation, guys. There's a reason why Joe Rogan's podcast with Trump received 46 million views. It's because we're devoid of it. We're fed this lie that we shouldn't platform people that we disagree with. No, that's how you actually change how people look at things. It's very, very important that we talk to people who we disagree with. I'm subscribed for the unbiased media you put out. Ban gay and interracial marriage. That's insane. I want you to dick suck my beliefs in free speech and its importance. Okay, you guys want me to get back to reactions? Am I yapping too much? Okay.
And because you decided to vote for Trump, who firmly stands against any and all federal protections for access to abortion,
that's not true. That's a lie.
Pain, suffering, and trauma is on your hands every 24 hours like clockwork. Now let's talk about the economy. If you are the average American, your taxes will be higher and your bills will be larger. Donald Trump's tax
Why does this actually look like he's like being held like at gunpoint though?
Plan does include some cuts for the middle class, but you're not his focus. 83% of the tax cuts in his tax plan go to people making over $500,000 a year. Kamala Harris's tax plan would have been better for you because it was built for you. 100% of the cuts in her plan went to members of the low and middle class. And finally, your bills will be higher because of Trump's tariffs. They will
Do I think Trump's tariffs is a good idea? No, I don't think so. Just because we're already so dependent on China for manufacturing. If people are going to bitch about like inflation, you also have to understand that tariffs will increase your prices even more. So yeah, maybe it's like a long-term play, but let me make it clear. A lot of people aren't going to see the long-term vision behind it. And also, it's not even in our best benefit to bring back certain manufacturing, right? It's also part of kind of like advancing as a society in a way. Like, for example, right? I go to Brazil pretty often. Guys, like, because of tariffs there, where they tax the shit out of like international like products. For example, the iPhone in Brazil is, I think, like the most expensive anywhere. I think like even like McDonald's has like the most expensive prices anywhere relative to its currency and like purchasing power in Brazil than any other countries. Tariffs are going to save American industry instead of shipping them overseas. But I think, unfortunately, it's too far gone. It's too far gone. And again, it's not going to be popular. If you're going to like bitch about the inflation under Kamala, the tariffs are going to be even higher. Like make the prices even higher. People who don't have valid facts to back statements normally don't debate, just insult. True. Some tariffs are just bad for the economy because there's no tariff that can make coffee beans sugar grown in North America. Exactly. There's also nuance in there too. There are just some industries it just literally doesn't make sense to bring back to America. What do you think of the perception of Trump being racist? I mean, I don't think he's racist. I mean, I guess I don't know really what to say to that. I think, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of been like the attack that he's had over the last 12 years since he's been in politics. So, okay.
They will cause inflation.
All right, let's keep going. Let's see. Let's hear this.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas. I guess some good, some bad.
Some good, some bad, huh? I'm sure if you were anywhere on social media when Project 2025 was coming to light, you saw Trump, like in that video, just...
Why is he talking so quietly? Can you guys hear this shit? Fuck. Hold on.
Okay, so
Let's see if I can expand him.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with...
Some good...
Hold on. Thanks for the dono. Tariffs are good, especially if they eliminate federal income tax, but it's going to at least take a decade to implement without tanking the economy. Exactly. And that's what I mean by it's too far gone is that, one, right, Trump has already served his first term, so this is going to be a second, so he can't run after this. Yes, it might continue if like another Republican president comes in after him, but that's also the thing. Tariffs will be extremely damaging if it only works for 4 years and then it gets just eliminated because, you know, even a Republican president or the next Democrat president reverses it. So with how it's set up in terms of American politics, it's very, very hard because we are a democracy and we are also so polarized where kind of like any sort of, let's say, progress, right? It's always going to be reversed if there is a shift in power. And it's not just the presidency, right? It's obviously also Congress. So that also makes things very, very hard to think long term in America. Clearly, right? That's exactly why we have a $36 trillion debt in this country, is because we're just kind of undoing each other's progress. So, you know, we don't give the other side credit for good and the bad. Well, no, for the good and so we can bash the bad. Does that make sense? What do you think about people saying that Trump is a wannabe dictator? That's ridiculous. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Some bad, huh? I'm sure if you were anywhere on social media when Project 2025 was coming to light, you saw Trump, like in that video, just try to distance himself from it, saying he didn't know anything about it. You saw MAGA creators here on TikTok.
Why is he talking so quiet?
Trump has nothing to do with it. Trump didn't write it. Nobody on the left was claiming that Trump wrote it. But the point is that they were all saying, oh, that has nothing to do with Trump. That has nothing to do with his policies. Well, look at this. Trump's MAGA allies.
What do you guys think about Project 2025? I haven't read it too deeply.
The agenda. Here's a quote.
But let me plug something real quick. We did talk about it in our newsletter. So for those who are in here and are not signed up to a newsletter, mods, please put the link in my website. You guys should sign up. It's a free weekly newsletter, completely free. Every week we give you like the one big story that you need to know from both sides. So
says now that the election is over, I think we can finally say that, yeah, actually Project 2020.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know.
Nobody on the left was claiming that Trump wrote it. But the point is that They were all saying, oh, that has nothing to do with Trump, that has nothing to do with his policies. Well, look at this. Trump's MAGA allies gloat Project 2025 is the agenda.
Mods, plug my
There's
newsletter.
A quote that says, now that the election is over, I think we can finally say that, yeah, actually Project 2025 is the agenda, LOL. That was from Matt Walsh. And then ex-Trump White House advisor Steve Bannon, newly released from prison, Steve Bannon, during his podcast War Room, got wind of it and chuckled and said, we're going to have to put that everywhere. We're going to have to put that tweet everywhere. Right-wing influencer Benny Johnson also claimed
Tree, thanks for the dono.
X on Wednesday. It is my
your
honor
family
to
about
well
Trump's victory? My parents didn't vote. I don't think they've ever voted. So, my mom is. I think my mom's a legal immigrant. She's like, yeah, we can't have so many illegals in here.
Was real the whole time. Beau French, a Texas GOP official, said, so can we admit now that we are going to implement Project 2025? So, yeah, that
okay,
was
that was kind of stupid. I think he just got essentially just baited by a headline, right? Isn't that essentially just what happened? Yeah, okay, I think that's what whoever posted this said. Poor Dean does not know that women who end up having their baby from a grape, whether they put it up for adoption or keep it, recover far better from trauma than people who kill their baby. What? Doesn't make any sense. After the performance of Latino men last night, with them voting majority Trump, I finished. Not only are they on the racist council, but they also granted the rank of white. Dude, that's wild. Have you guys been seeing that? Like, fucking people have just absolutely turned on Latinos, bro. And it's like, dude, they have freedom to vote how they want to. And I hate this notion, man, of people just treating especially minority groups like Asians, Latinos, blacks, like the black vote, the Asian, like, we are not a monolith. We are not a monolith. And one thing that you guys need to also realize too is, like, guys, I came from an immigrant household. Most immigrant households, especially Latino, African, Asian, Arab households, are just generally gonna be more conservative, especially if you're under like a first generation family. Like, the country that they came from is a lot more conservative than America. Like, the conservatism in America is on a spectrum, not as conservative as, let's say, an Arab country, or like, I'm Japanese. Like, Japan's a very conservative country. You'll see it in many ways, right? Obviously, there's not many immigrants. It's very isolationist, right? It's a homogenous society. How women dress there, you won't ever see how women dress in the US, like in Japan. And when you see that, it really does stick out like a sore thumb. Like, a lot of immigrant households are gonna be more conservative. So I think traditionally Democrats have done a lot better of speaking to minorities, right? But it's also not a surprise that things have changed. And also, it's gotten to a point now that now there's like second generation, third generation for a lot of these immigrant households, right? They're gonna also start viewing things differently as parties' priorities shift. They're gonna not just like think and go along with whatever their parents want them to do, right? They might be in different socioeconomic situations now. There's rich immigrants, right? After a few generations, they might vote completely differently than what their parents may have. So it's not like a surprise, but I hate this notion, man, of like people treating people like me like a monolith. The Asian vote, like, motherfucker, like, like we all think differently. Again, can you talk about Trump's tariffs idea? I already talked about it. Watch the stream replays. Dad, what's going on? Guys, shitty memes, man. Shitty memes. We gotta get better at this. They call me 007, 0 primary votes, 0 flips, 7 swing states lost. I heard that they're still counting states. Is that true? Are they still counting states? And also, sorry guys, I'm like seeing your guys' like chats late because I forgot to change my latency. Are they still counting states? Okay, let's see. this one's pretty funny.
Kamala because she was a woman. You're disgusting.
Okay. Also, I'm just genuinely curious, like, how many people voted for, and even on the other side, how many people voted for Kamala just because she's a woman? And I'm curious on how many people voted for Trump just because he's a guy and didn't want a woman to win. Like, is that the biggest criteria?
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so pissed off.
Let yourself go.
Like what it means and the bigotry and hatred that they see.
Black Fox, congratulations to you. Congratulations. Someone's asked me something. Why do you think elections are becoming so theatrical? Why has the role of the president become so important to you to use versus back then? They really have that much power over our daily lives? No. It's just, I think they just gotten a lot better at marketing. Like, if you look at the debates, it's just like a clip farming competition. And let's be honest, like, at this point, all the rallies, all the speeches, all the visits that you make to states, it's all about how you can clip farm. So I don't think it's like a symptom of like the presidential like elections. I think it's just how everything is. Everything from content, right? We all spend time on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and it's all clips. That's how you find out things. I'm sure some of you guys started watching my long form and tuning into these streams because you saw a short form clip. I don't know. Or maybe it was mostly just long form. You know? This is for Gens Kamala. Okay, chill out. Fuck. Chat, do I honestly laugh like Kamala? Dude, I've been so self-conscious now anytime I laugh. Election is a clip from context. LMAO, that's wild to think about. But it's true though. Like, that's why it's so important to go on those long form podcasts. Like, then it goes beyond the clip farming. Then you can't hide. Then you can't creatively edit like the 60 Minutes Kamala interview, right? You can't do that. You can't hide on a Joe Rogan podcast. It's just live. And it's there. It's unedited. I think there needs to be more focus on Congress rather than POTUS. I agree with you. I mean, local elections, right? Again, we're never letting this go. Fuck you. God damn it. I want to ask you, why do you think the elections really went off the hinges? I mean, let's be honest. It's just all how, isn't it kind of how it is every election now? At least from what I can remember since 2016. One thing you guys also need to notice too is that I know most of you guys in the chat right now are probably American, but there's probably a decent amount of internationals too. And what you've seen actually since 2016, the Trump's run, there's been a lot of copycats in a lot of international countries as well. So for example, I think the example that I know the most is Bolsonaro in Brazil, who was the president, not anymore. Like, he kind of had like a lot of similarities to how he campaigned with 2016 Trump. So it's very interesting in not only, you know, America is known in terms of its export as a cultural phenomenon. It's also very interesting to see how they've exported how to run political campaigns too. Yes. Again, please keep reacting to memes. Sorry. Yes, please. Then, what do you think about the exit polls showing people preferred Kamala's policy over Trump in a blind test? Oh, really? I didn't know that. But again, right? Like, guys, let's be honest. How many people actually read policy? How many people are actually spending time in their busy lives with school or work and like actually dissecting and choosing your candidates based on policy? If I had to guess, 99% of you guys didn't sit down and like read both of each candidate's like list for list policy. I didn't. A lot of, I mean, guys, let's be honest. That's even if you did, right? Even if you are that 1%, most are just doing it off of perception. Who do you feel like is the better leader? Who do you feel like is stronger? Who do you feel like can talk better off the cuff? Who do you feel like can do that? So, okay, 5% read. Okay, great. So yeah, I did. Okay, so there's actually a decent amount of you. Great. You guys are a very smart audience. So I'll give that to you. But my point stands, right? Do you guys feel like you guys are the average in America? Probably not, right? A lot of people are probably just basing their choice based on also what party, right? Okay, he's a Republican. Amazing. He could take a shit during a rally and flip off every minority, but I'm a Republican, so I'm still going to vote for him. Or vice versa for the liberals, right? Or she's a black woman, I'm going to vote for whatever the reason might be. That's probably a lot more of the reason why people choose a candidate is more simplistic stuff, right? That's why, appearance. That's why optics are so important in politics. It's who controls the narrative better. And the fact is, Trump is a master at that. Trump knows exactly how the media is going to react. Trump knows exactly what to say to appeal to a certain group of people. He's an absolute master marketer. The Q-Man, $10. Thank you. Appreciate that. We all share 99.99% of the same DNA. The only thing that we differ from is our genetical ancestry. That's it. Race is irrelevant. It's a person character who truly matters. I completely agree with you. But unfortunately, that's not how people operate, right? We make a lot of judgments. We make a lot of multiple different sorts of decisions on how we treat people based on how they look. It's the unfortunate reality of it, but we are also very tribal. But Q-Man, I couldn't agree more, bro. Like, we are way too polarized. We need to be able to make fun of each other. Again's the only person who have actually had the attention span to watch a live stream for him. Appreciate that, Zeus. I'm trying out here. I'm trying. What? Everybody's saying kick off Joe Billy? Is he saying some crazy shit? Reactions, please. Okay. Sorry. Sleepy Joe, you got 2 months. Go crazy. Eliminate all student debt. Legalize marijuana. Make tampons and condoms free. Ban Cybertrucks. Cybertruck? Oh, because of Elon. Shit in the Oval Office's air vent. Kidnap Baron. The world is your oyster, buddy. That's pretty funny. Now we see the left's true colors. Okay. Make anti-Trump political cartoon. Accidentally make it base as fuck. What did they mean by this? What did they mean by this? I feel like this could only isn't this only kind of like a good thing? So the candidate's intentions doesn't matter, just vibe. That's true. Also, guys, how many times do political candidates campaign for something and it doesn't happen? Right? You're literally only just going off of like, how much more can I trust this guy over another guy? If I voted based on my ethnicity, I wouldn't have never voted. Do you have any Armenians in government? Yeah, probably not. Kim Kardashian? No, I'm kidding. I love my Armenians. Okay, let's keep going. I think this was an interesting take from a psychologist about Kamala running with a dismissive politician style, which could have worked 10 years ago. Okay, this is great. I want to see more smart shit like this. All right, let's see this. What the fuck? All right, hold on.
I'm a psychologist, and I'm just saying, if you're in a little bubble or echo chamber, pan out a little bit. This election was America's FU vote. This was not America saying, I love how this man impulsively speaks and slappily puts images of Liz Cheney in front of a firing squad when he's trying to make a point. And I love how he makes up infantile nicknames for everyone that disagrees with him. And also, I think tariffs are great for the economy. More of those, please, because we definitely won't end up paying for them ourselves.
She's spitting facts. Also, the nicknames that Trump do, one, they're fucking hilarious, but like the deeper meaning behind it, it's fucked up, but it's smart because people start associating and as soon as someone thinks of someone, they would think about that nickname and just start associating people with it. It's a genius political move.
And this was not either, as some extreme people on the left like to think, oh, I love racism and abortion is sin. Hail Jesus Christ Trump. This was a fuck you vote. I talk to real Americans for my job across the country, and no, we don't talk about politics, but I do know people's values and their hearts. And I grew up in the Midwest, a part of the Midwest that doesn't take any tribalistic shit, that doesn't care about Beyonce, that sits around the Thanksgiving table and says, hey, cousin Melissa's new boyfriend, I don't know about him. He won't look me in the eye and his handshake is wormy. Or cousin Bobby's new boyfriend, what do I care if he's gay? He's good people. He rolls up his sleeves and he helps with the dishes. He brought a casserole over to Graham's house. So I've been watching every interview without reading the comments, and this is the analogy I've been using with my husband. We citizens are like a bunch of teenagers, in some ways discerning and smart, and in some ways at the mercy of our mommy and daddy government. So half the siblings go to mommy and daddy with their concerns, not stuff daddy told them to care about, which I think a lot of the media was getting wrong. And mommy laughs as if those concerns are ludicrous. She says things like, we all know these concerns are because daddy has been bad-mouthing mommy and the family. You're on mommy's side, obviously, right? I mean, any smart person would be on mommy's side. And let's talk about how horrible daddy is. And then daddy talks about those concerns a little overboard, taking them aggressively seriously, like, oh my gosh, there are 2 YouTube videos of citizens saying Haitians are eating the dogs. Let's get the teenagers more riled up. But in this analogy, the teenagers just hear, well, one parent is listening to our fears and concerns and not trying to say we're horrible people. Maybe I secretly like daddy a little better than mommy.
So for those who have ADHD and can't focus unless there's a Subway Surfers underneath someone talking, first and foremost, inclusive, appreciate the 5. Is politics really just a popularity contest? Don't mind reason. I think for the majority of people, that's how people vote. Let's be honest. Like, no one is really reading policy here. But essentially what she's saying, to summarize, the parent in this scenario, yes, the father is Trump, the mother is Kamala. Essentially saying that it's a fuck you vote, and that at least like Trump is like talking to people's like fears, and it's accurate to what the general American is feeling. Where's my Family Guy episode sped up, SMH?
Maybe I really
Sorry, what's going on? See, you guys have the fucking attention span of a goldfish.
don't trust mommy. The more she doesn't take my questions seriously, the more she kind of uses that dismissive, snarky, how could you ask that question voice. But sometimes daddy doesn't give me a real answer too, so that's not the real issue. The real issue is mommy assumes I'm with her, and assumes because of the color of my skin or because of my gender, that justifies her not even hearing me. And that doesn't feel good. So I'll make fun of her laugh, but I'm really saying is wholly dismissive and condescending. Have you met me? Yeah, a fuck you vote. And every time she gave an interview, I was like, maybe this crap could have worked in 2016 or...
Yeah, I think she's spitting facts. It's a great analogy. Where is the Subway Surfer sped up? Chill out. When is Sneeko collab? Maybe it'll happen in the future. Who knows? Again, I'm literally old enough to be your father, bro. Been watching politics since the early 90s. Hell yeah. I love my older viewers, man. You guys help bring the intelligence up of our audience. Okay, let's just finish this.
Earlier, but now more than half the country feels safe with Trump, whether you like it or not. And she's just alienating and digging her hole deeper and deeper with her strategy to be smug and not self-aware of how divisive she's actually being, and thinking that would work on America. All right, guys,
chill out with your
like
attention
if mommy would have just said, hey, America, I know trickle-down economics sounds awesome in theory.
Okay, so did anybody follow? Did you guys get it? Are you guys too stupid? Why can't I put this video on 2x speed? Tape your phone with Subway Surfers on your forehead. There's enough space on it. That's it. All right, guys. Ban the shit out of Joe Billy. I've had enough with him. Ban him. This is not a democracy in this chat. Fuck you, Joe Billy. No, I'm kidding. Just as long as he's not saying some crazy shit, then he can stay. She kind of yapped. You guys did not listen to it at all. So essentially what she's saying is that, look, it's a fuck you vote. Just how, like, if you're a teenager, you know, you want to rebel against your parents and you hate both parents because that's what you do as a teenager, right? So Trump is like the dad, the Kamala is like the mom, but at least Trump understands you from like your fears and where you're coming from, whereas Kamala just condescends you and shits on you for being like a teenager and complaining about stuff. So even though I don't like both, I like Trump better because he at least kind of seems to understand me, while the other side seems to condescend me. So that's exactly what she was saying, to like summarize it up. And I think that was a really smart analogy. And it shows you of like that dismissive politician style could have worked 10 years ago. But I think more and more, right? People prefer stuff like this. People prefer live streams. People prefer to be unedited and raw in a world where it's become so much sensationalized stuff, right? Like we've grown up with mainstream media to even like the evolution of YouTube with Mr. Beast and everything so sensationalized. You guys want more raw voices like this, right? I'm going to talk about this in my video, but that's also like a big reason why, for example, Andrew Tate was like so influential to a lot of young men, and why a lot of people resonated with it. It just more so reveals the symptom that people are craving this rawness, whether it's accurate or not, right? People are kind of like tired of the corporate bullshit. So that's essentially what she's saying. I don't know if you guys agree with, I mean, half of you guys could not sit through it. But both suck, but at least he listens. That's, you summed it up even better than I could. That's exactly right. She's saying Kamala didn't have enough substance to gain people's votes, so they went with Trump, who talk about real issues. That's right. How old are you? I'm 27. All right, let's keep going. Oh my God.
What the hell?
Bro, this has got to be for content, right? All right, this is a top 8 thread of liberal meltdowns. All right, let's watch this.
No! No! I'm sorry! No! 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 Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad? I'm sorry! No!
Bro, these people have to be doing this for content, obviously. There's no way anyone is that emotionally invested. Dude, dude, that shit's funny. I am not joking. What country am I supposed to move to? I can't watch all my friends die. Okay, shut up. DM for safe house details in New Mexico. We'll survival fight. Will make it to tomorrow. A New Mexico safe house? I might be interested. What the fuck? This is not
okay. This simply will not do. And this is not okay. And I'm not good with this. This is sick. Not okay.
Bro, what the fuck is this, bro? Dude, the fact is, the craziest thing about people like filming this is they have to understand it's like gonna be mostly Republicans that are just gonna be laughing their asses at this. So like they might think that they're like sending this to like other people who might feel the same way, but the biggest audience that's probably watching this and sharing this and like blowing up on the algorithm are probably Republicans that voted for Trump and wanted him to win. Like this is probably just gold to them. Watching this to relax, can't believe this fucking country. You're fucking joking.
Got your cheap ass groceries and your cheap ass fucking gas because you're fucking broke as shit. You're fucking broke. You're fucking broke. I said I'm so glad you guys.
Bro, I can't believe. I mean, I can't believe it. Look, trust me. I've interviewed a lot of people. You meet some characters just doing it for as long as I have, but it's fucking wild, huh? Y'all worried about the price of eggs? I'm worried if I'll be legally defined as a human being tomorrow. We are not the same. Okay, come on. Okay, I think we already watched this. Man, it's like a on one side, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe people are like this emotionally invested about this. When you and your brother cannot defeat the video game boss. See, like, guys, you got to step up your meme game. It's not funny. Okay, let's see some new ones. Chat, WRL, you guys want me to keep reacting to this? Again, do you support our troops? Yeah, of course. But I don't support being involved in proxy wars. Again, will you play GTA 6 when it comes out next year? Do you guys want me to start gaming? You guys want me to game Black Ops? Does gaming? Yeah, keep reacting. W? Subway Surfers? L talk with the chat. All right, guys. If you guys want me to react to whatever I'm reacting to, join that and then submit it in the meme channel. All right. Yes, draft me and send me to Israel. I'm normal and can be trusted with fully automatic firearms in the presence of Jews. Okay. Another 20 trillion in Israel. That's okay. All right. Same thing. All right. It's too much brain rot.
This is the biggest red wave I've seen since Ronald Reagan's 49-state victory.
There were appeals to racism in this campaign, and there is racial bias in this country, and there is sexism in this country.
I can't help but wonder if the American people have given up on democracy.
I hear what you're saying, and I do see it differently because I'm thinking about the people who are not a part of anybody's elite, who are hurting tonight.
If she were 6 foot...
I hate when like mainstream media hosts like say shit like that to like try and like relate with like everyday Americans, but like come on. Like that's a little out of touch, no? If you're working for like isn't it fucking insane how like like the president is the one like tweeting shit like this? Do you think cuz I think I've seen like a clip. He actually comes up with like all those tweets himself. Like I'm sure he has like a team and all that too, but I'm pretty sure he's the one that's like coming up with this shit and like tweeting it. I think this is like on his Truth Social or whatever, but all right, yeah.
People are Googling, is Nick Fuentes a congressman? Yeah, I'm independent from Kekistan. I'm the senator from Kekistan.
What?
Always get what I want, and I want you to make me a Krabby Patty!
I hate niggers.
What? What?
Oh my god. Guys, you guys know we're on YouTube right now, right? You know we're on YouTube right now, right? Dude, this is the funniest tweet. That's what you get for kicking me out the race. I think I saw okay, I think this is probably just complete like engagement farming, but I think I saw a tweet that like someone said that apparently Biden actually did vote for Trump. I mean, it's probably bullshit, but still.
Wow, I sure love my pet squirrel.
Mr. President.
You tried to hurt Peanut.
Wait.
Officer Harris.
I was just following orders.
Then I order you into the crystals.
I hate cartoons like that. It's not funny. Again, thoughts on Jimmy Kimmel crying on live TV because Trump. I mean, it's all performative, bro. Also, have you guys noticed this? Why are all the late night hosts like kind of like this like liberal mouthpiece? It's so like weird. Like, also, especially as like, I mean, that must just show you, I guess, like overwhelmingly their audience is left, but. Like, why would you alienate like over half the country by doing that? I guess that must be because late night TV is only dominated by people who are, I don't know. I just think it's so weird. I think it's so weird. I mean, it's all for money, right? Like, that's what you can speak about without getting canceled. Do you think that's why though? Like, if they were smart, like, you would not want to probably alienate, like, half of your potential viewers. Right? They're good actors. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is at the end of the day. It's like acting. All right. I will say though, the people who just probably joined the server and are serving up the memes, you guys are doing a lot better of a job. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. They're funny. Over 75,000 of the counted votes were write-ins for Hak Tua and Talk Tua. Is this an actual true article?
What do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a model. Wow, like runway model? OnlyFans model. Damn, are you expensive?
The Matrix is a system, Neo.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
That's the very minds that are not ready to.
Let's see here.
Hey everybody, I know some of you are upset that Kamala.
Okay, I'm not even just like saying this. Is that genuinely a guy or a girl? Before clicking into, I honestly had no idea.
Hey everybody, I know some of you are upset that Kamala lost. But here's an idea to show support, ladies. Post a picture of your feet with the caption, "I'm still standing." That way she knows you still support her.
It's pretty funny. 1 sec. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. But send memes, join the Discord, and send it in the memes channel. I'll be right back. What's good? Chair is a better streamer, to be honest. Oh my god. Do you guys like these streams? It's like the first time I've kind of like involved our Discord and we're just reacting to shit. Yeah, I'm trying to like figure out my direction with streaming, guys. I see it as a really good way to like be able to connect with y'all like so directly. So it is fun. But I'm trying to figure out what I can do like consistently. Like what do you guys want to see more of? Do you guys like hearing me yap? Do you guys like me reacting to stuff? Obviously we had like the elections, so there was like something big to talk about. You're a lot of fun and informative. Thank you. Good stream so far. You should stream Subway Surfers. Yeah, I'm curious on what you guys like. See, this is also the thing about streaming though, is it does also attract the brain rot audience. How many videos are on the way? We have a lot. I'm actually going to the border next week. I'm going to the border to go to Eagle Pass, and I will be linking up with the journalist who took Vivek as well as Trump across the border. So I'll be actually investigating that on the U.S. side as well as on the Mexico side. Why don't you start a podcast with guests? No, I wouldn't want to start a podcast. I think if anything, I would want to do more things live. So for example, right, if I have for example, I'm talking to Destiny on Monday. I think I'm gonna stream that. Podcast will be fire, but I wonder how much traction that would get. Yeah, exactly. Like later on, maybe, but why not just do it live? You know what I'm saying? Like Instead of like taking the time to like sit down and do it, like, why not? If I'm like doing a lot of these interviews, why don't we just do that shit live? That's what I'm thinking. I like it when you stream interviews. So can someone let me know if I'm by the way, able to record? So do you guys, for whoever who is like very technical, I'm gonna use Riverside to record the conversation with Destiny, but he also wants to, I think, stream it. But then I was thinking, why don't I fucking stream it too? Right? Like, does anybody know how to do that? Because I think Riverside you can also stream as well as go live. You should check out the Germany neo-Nazi stuff if you're okay with traveling, of course. Yeah, if I'm in Germany, I guess. Again, I want to know your stance. What should we do with all illegal immigrations in the country? Should we deport all of them? First and foremost, we won't be able to physically deport all of them. That's for sure. Two, the economy will absolutely crumble if every illegal immigrant left. That's undoubtedly true. But yeah, I think, as much as possible, we should try and get the people who are criminals. It's also hard too. Like, let's say you've already been living here undocumented for like 10 plus years. What are you going to do? Just deport them? Right? If they're already ingratiated in the community, they might already even be, adjusted well to like the culture. Like, I don't know. It's very hard. I don't think it's just like that easy to just go deport everyone. Like, that's just not really possible or feasible. I've seen Americans say there's racism towards Asians and it's not being addressed by anyone. It's all about being careful not to insult black people as an Asian. Would you say that's true? Yeah, I think a big part of it is Asians also are pussies, kind of. And I mean that with a lot of self-love, in the sense that like a lot of Asians don't speak out against their own injustices. We're very divided as a community. We don't really stand up for one another. And it's a part of our culture too to like just sit down and do the work. But that doesn't work in a country like America or Western society. Yeah, it might work in Japan or China or whatever you come from, but in America, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, or whatever the hell that phrase is. Asians need to speak up more. Asians really need to speak out more, and we're too scared to do so. As an Asian, again, how could you say that? I mean, who else is going to criticize it besides myself as an Asian? I know my lived experience in the culture. And I say that again with a lot of love, because that's also kind of a submission of mine, guys. It's like not the main thing I'm running on or preaching about, but a big underlying kind of mission for me too is to hopefully be a role model for other Asian kids, right? Is to not feel scared to like talk out. It's to not feel scared to like voice your opinion. I think that's important because you don't really see many voices like me, right? Self-hating Asian confirmed? Are you kidding me, bro? I hope you're joking, because that's just probably the opposite. I don't know. I think it's important. And I'm hoping to also inspire that next generation, whether you're Asian or not, just anyone. That one, it's okay to speak your truth, and then also it's also important to talk to people to challenge that truth. It's very important. All right, cool. I'm probably gonna stream for like 10, 15 more minutes. But yeah, guys, I'll be going to the border next weekend, so should be excited for that. I'm excited for that. It's an admirable goal. Yeah, thank you, appreciate you guys. I have an opinion similarity anti my race. Too many black communities are encouraging the ghetto lifestyle. Yeah, I hear that a lot from some African Americans talking about that. You're waking up NBCs. Well done. What the Sigma is happening? Yeah, can you guys make an edit when what I just said? Do you think it could be possible that 11 million migrants that Donald Trump wants to deport next year could rebel against them? No, that's also hard too, right? Because if you commit a crime, then yes, you'll just out yourself and you'll definitely be deported. So it's very probably hard for 11 million migrants from. It's not like they're all from this one area in Mexico. No, they're all over. There's even Chinese illegal immigrants, right? So, how old are you, bro? Would you recommend me to a 20-year-old who wants to get into independent journalism and travel? Of course, but you have to do it right, right? you see, and this is again no shade at all, right? Some of them are my friends, but you see like now like a lot of ex pranksters getting into independent journalism, and from what I see, it seems like it's for like the wrong reasons. It's because what's getting views, right? It's not like they're really trying to like understand the truth, or who knows? I can't really judge like intentions, but yeah, I think if you're gonna do it, you need to do it right? Are you continually just going after the same topics because it's cultivating an audience, or are you just really trying to push boundaries? Are you doing it for an authentic reason? Why are you doing it? I think I would ask yourself first, and determine if that's what you want to do. Don't be ashamed to put your pants and kick ass to the people like Johnny Somali. I agree. That guy's a cocksucker. I'm from Brazil and I missed a good time to be an illegal migrant. Yeah, sorry, brother. You missed the boat. Honestly, I think I'm probably gonna end it here. I need to go to dinner. I don't feel like reacting to more, but guys, I could do this again if you guys like this. I just kind of wanted to try a different format, and interact with y'all. So yeah, did you guys like it? Mods, if you guys want, just plug the Discord again. People are quite active there. People are always talking. So you guys should join. You guys can also meet up with other like-minded people. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. Mods, tell people to join the Discord. I interact in there here and there, but you'll also get notifications on streams too. So get ingratiated in the Gen universe, so then you guys can know what's coming ahead. But what's for dinner again? I don't know how. It's like a healthy food store. It's like it's like a meetup, creator and entrepreneur meetup. So it's not my choice of restaurant, but it's fine. It'll be good. Just network. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate it. Join the Discord. You guys can hit me up there. Just don't be fucking annoying, because then I'll just roast you and I'll just ignore you. Thanks for joining, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.